I'm live and I'm typing my title. And I'm out of breath too. Hi Stephanie, how are you? I'm just trying to type my title. I'm trying to get it together. Hang on, sorry. Hey, how are you? How's it going? Okay. I'm typing my title. There it is. I'm good. Okay. So I just typed my title in. So, okay. So let me just introduce myself again because I'm going to add this video to my IGTV channel. My name is Andrian from Beautiful Brain Collective. And my mission is to remove the stigma attached with mental illness. And also, I am a mental health advocate and a mental health recovery advocate. So I advocate for people who suffer from mental illness to recover and live their best lives despite having a mental illness. So that's what I'm about, and that's my mission. So, I'm a little out of breath because I had some technical difficulties before I started, and now you can hear it. So I'm a little out of breath, but that's fine. So before I'll do that later. I'll show what I did when I was out by myself later. But the topic is you're crazy and other dumb stuff people say. So about 2 weeks ago, I did a broadcast and I had two viewers on, and they posed a question to me. It was a similar question, but it was posed by two different people, and they wanted to know. I have the questions right here, so I have them word for word. And so I wanted to go ahead and address them because I was not able to address them in the last video. And I kept promising them that I was going to address them in another video, so I wanted to do it today. So the first question came from a woman. I can't remember her name. I think it was actually Sabrina, and she'll probably watch the replay because she watches a lot of the replays. But she wanted to know, how do you get past the phenomenon of people thinking you're crazy? Which I thought was like a really good question. And then the other question came from another woman. I can't remember her Instagram tag right now, but I think her name is Jan. But her question was, how do you educate a family that closes you out? So I thought both of those questions were like really good questions because I think that that whole crazy phenomenon thing is completely ridiculous. And people use that word too loosely. People use that word crazy too loosely. The word crazy is completely it's completely offensive to me, I think. I don't know. What do you think? Do you have a problem with the word crazy? Because to me, it's just like, it's completely offensive. And I don't like the word. So my advice to her would be just to accept the fact that not everybody is going to understand her situation and her plight, and she has to know that that's going to be okay. She has to be okay with the fact that not everybody is going to understand it and understand her, and she has to be okay with that. Now, people using the word crazy and psycho and I don't know, all those other like derogatory terms that, you know, they just feel is okay to use to describe people with mental health problems. That really, to me, I think comes from lack of knowledge, um, perpetuating a stereotype, perpetuating a stigma, and it just comes from not knowing. So when you don't know something, you imitate it, you make fun of it, and you say, you know, childish, immature things like that. Hi. So, that's what I would say to her. Because no, you're not crazy. Yes, it is a real illness, it is a real disease. And when people are talking about you or referring to you in that manner, those are the kind of people that you need to remove yourself from, because you're not going to be able to get better. You're not going to be able to manage your illness when people are referring to you as psycho, and people are referring to you as crazy, and they're referring to you like that. So accept that everybody's not going to get it and be okay with that, and then remove yourself from them, because you deserve respect. Is it, you know, do you not feel that you don't deserve respect because you happen to have a mental health disorder? People can't just say whatever they want to you, and nor should you allow them to. So just know that not everybody's going to be on the same page with you and with your illness and with your treatment and all of that. And just understand that that's okay. Just know that that's okay. So accept that and just move past that. It may be hard to accept in the beginning that there are some people who aren't on board with your struggles and your journey or whatever. But that's the only way that you're going to move past it, and you're going to get to a point where you are really okay. So accept it for what it is and move past it. But know that it is going to take some time to get to that point. Excuse me. It is going to take some time to get to that point. And then I had another question from another lady who she wanted to know, how do you educate a family that closes you out? And so I feel like that's the same. It's pretty similar. It's the same thing. Are they closing you out because you know, disclose that you have a mental illness or a mental health disorder? That's not good for you. That's not good for your recovery. That's not good for your wellness. So if you've disclosed this to people that are close to you and they're closing you out, maybe you need to kind of step back from them, let them process what's going on, and you do the things that you need to do to get yourself better and make yourself well. Because all that toxic energy and that toxic behavior, that's not going to get you into a place where you're going to be feeling good about yourself, and you're going to be feeling okay, and you're going to be well. So remove all of it, step back from it. You don't have to cut people off, but you can control the way you interact with them. You can limit your interactions. You can limit how you deal with them. You can control that. You have control over all that. You have control over who is in your inner circle. You have control over the way they treat you. You have control. You don't think that you don't have control, because you do have control. And if somebody is not making you feel good, or it just doesn't feel right to you, you have the option to stop that right in its tracks, so you can stop it. So that's what I would say about that. You have the control, you have the power to stop all of that. It's going to be hard, it may be hard, but in the end, you have the ultimate decision on who you allow in your inner circle, and how you allow them to treat you, and how you allow them to make you feel. Because dealing with these issues are not easy, things to deal with. So you don't want to add on unnecessary stress, unnecessary drama from people who are being closed-minded or are being, just unwilling to accept the cards you've been dealt. So that's what my advice would be. So I don't know if anybody has dealt with that situation. I don't know if anyone has dealt with that situation and how they would handle it, but I would love to know. I would love to know what other people think about that. So yeah, that's what I think about that. And always know you have a choice and you should be respected. Just like everybody else wants to be respected and they have boundaries and things like that, you also have boundaries. Don't let people make you think because you are crazy that you don't have boundaries. You shouldn't feel the way you do. So there you have it. That's it. That is the message for the day. Now, I did want to say something else. What was it? Okay. So earlier this week, I don't know what day it was, I posted a photo on my Instagram about making like monthly dates or something like that with yourself, and taking time to go out with yourself and be spend quality time with yourself, and not like spend time with yourself like the things that you like have to do, like, oh, I'm going to work, because that's like something you have to do and you kind of have to like do that by yourself, or like I don't know, like doing chores and stuff like that, because that to me isn't really considered like quality time by yourself. Those are like things that you have to do. I mean like legitimate time by yourself, doing something that you want to do, just like the way couples have date night, like having like a date day or date night with yourself. So I kind of thought about it because a lot of people like responded and said, oh, that's really a good idea. So during the course of the week, I was like, like if I were to plan something with myself, like where would I go? Like what would I do? And so I'm very much into the arts and all that kind of stuff. So I've decided that I'm going to go to an art gallery towards the end of the month, because that is one of the only days that my schedule will allow. But today I took an impromptu I made an impromptu kind of it was like an impromptu kind of date today with myself, and I went to Barnes and Nobles because I actually like to read when I have the time. So I went to Barnes and Nobles and it was actually good, and I got a free drink from Starbucks, which is this right here, and they told me I could get any size I wanted, so I was like all about it. I got the biggest drink I could get, and so that was good. And then I got 3 books. So I got 2 books. and I got a journal, because I love journals and I like to write things down and all that fun stuff. So I just want to have show and tell time right now, and just like show you what I got. So the first book, I like to like when I wake up in the morning, I like to have like I like to read like something, like not like a full chapter book or pages out of a full chapter book. I like to read like morning like inspiration or morning devotions. So I got this book. It's called Hugs, Daily Inspirations for Women. I don't know who wrote it. This is the cover of the book, and it's like small. Like, you see how big it is? It's kind of like the size of my hand. So it's like a palm book. You can kind of stick it in your bag if you wanted to. So it is, it has like, let me see. It has like something for every day. So every day there's like a different like little message or whatever. And I like books like this. So I was happy to get this. I got that. And this was on sale. I think it was like $6 or something. Then I got this book called, it's called Guts. Find Your Greatness, Beat the Odds, Live from Passion by Sam Breckman. Now, I don't know if the book is good, but I like the title. And I'm all about like intuition. And this book on the inside, when I look on the inside, it like kind of looks like it may be kind of interactive. So I am very interested to read this. So maybe I'll talk about this once I'm done with it. And it's written by the guy who wrote it, Sam Breckman. It looks like he's an inspirational speaker. So I got that. And then the last thing I got was a journal with 2 llamas on it. I think that's why I liked it so much, because my calendar, my pocket calendar that I use, because I use a paper calendar. I just like to write things down. My paper calendar has like 2 llamas on the front that kind of look the same. So that's why I was so drawn to this. This notebook right here. So I got a new planner. And it's really pretty, and I could just, you know, write all my notes and whatever in here. And I got some writing utensils, because you can't buy a new journal without any writing utensils. And the cool thing about these are that they're made from recycled water bottles. Yeah, they're made from recycled water bottles. You see on the back, the water bottle, and they made these into ink pens. So now I'm just like interested to know like how good these are. So yeah, that's what I did this morning. I went on a date with myself to Barnes & Noble's. I got 2 new books. I got a journal. I got some pens. And I got a big tall coffee. And I will let everybody know how that works out for me. And that's about it. I'm going to be signing off soon. But before I sign off, I want to mention 2 things. I want to mention 2 things. The first thing is that I have an online support group. It's called the Sanctuary Support Group. And it's small and intimate. And it's really cool. And the people, the people that are a part of the group are so nice and so sweet. And there's no negativity. And everybody like supports each other, and they're so nice to each other. So if anybody is looking for something like that, the link to join is in my bio. And then the second thing is that next Sunday, a week from today, at 9 a.m. Eastern time, New York time, and 8 a.m. I think it's Central Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a live with Christine from Pepper Vintage, and she is another mental health advocate who is awesome. And if you don't know who she is, look her up. I think I have linked her page in some of my posts. But we're doing a joint live next Sunday, and we're going to be talking about our mental health issues and struggles and just thriving with living, living with, those issues and struggles and stuff like that. So I think it's a good thing for people to come and watch, because it doesn't have to be so sad and depressing all of the time. And so the message that we want to portray, we want to put forth and let people know, is that you can, thrive and survive despite having a mental illness. And, that's kind of like my tagline. So those are the two things that I wanted to mention. So that's all for now. I'm probably going to not do anything else today, but maybe. I never know. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to put this up on IGTV as well if my phone has saved it. But anyway, thank you for watching. And if you guys have any questions or comments or whatever, please leave them in the comment box. And if you want to join the online support group, there is a link in my bio. So please join, because it's fun and it's nice and it's cool and it's not negative. Yeah. So please join and let me know what you think. So until next week, I will see you then. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.